You have not enough space for a crawler course, so maybe I can help you. Hello and welcome to RC Birds, and thanks for stopping by. In this video I talk about my idea about a modular crawler course. At first I like to apologize that this video is gonna be very theoretical, so I try to keep it as short as possible and talk only about the modules for my crawler course. Let's first talk about where I get this idea from. My career starts with an apprenticeship as a businessman for toys, special model railroads, and there I get the idea from. If you got no space for a railroad track or are in a club who hasn't room with a railroad track, there were some clubs which are working modular. This means that every member of the club gets the size of the plate he has to build and where the tracks for the next modular are coming to. And here in the middle he is, depending on the rules of the club, mostly free what he wants to do. If he wants to do tunnels, if he wants to do flatlands, if he wants to do some locomotive shunting stuff, he's complete free. And when the club went to an event, all these modules were coupled together and they get a really great model track where the trains can go around through the whole room. So I think for this you first get the idea. So for my crawler course, and I have not so much space here in the apartment, so I think I use square plates, 60 by 60 centimeters, with 4 entrances in the middle. This is the main principle. There's also a double-sized plate in the systematic where we get 120 centimeters on this side, but I have always to look on the camera so that you can see it, so I let it blurry and show you. I still use the entrance system as I have it here on the 60 by 60 plates, so I can put these together as how I want to. I can also, and for that we are coming later, only do 1, 2, 3 entrances. I don't have to use 4 entrances, but in this case the plate couldn't put in any direction on another plate. One thing I have to say, I made the measurement right before I get the cars. So I made a measurement for the cars of 10 by 20 centimeters, but this won't fit. We have here around a length of 21 and a width of almost 11 centimeters. And here on the upgraded Bronco, 12 centimeters. And a length, let's say 21 centimeters. So, like in reality, my thoughts were for small cars and not for middle-sized cars or these crawlers. So I think it might be better 80 by 80 centimeters. But always keep in mind, if you put 360 modules together, we get 180 centimeters. And if we use 80 centimeters, we are at 2 meters and 40 centimeters, which is a clear difference. So I stay on the 60 by 60 centimeters. Although I had let already the plates cut in the hardware store. But to this issue we come on a later video. I'm here for the ideas, and for this I show you some of the sketches I made. So this is the first sketch. This is a starting module. As you can see here, many measurements, all in centimeters, because I tested out. Ignore that this is black and this is gray. Later on these will be the same colors. This is just for me to see that I get here on this parking lot 6 cars. This thing wouldn't, or this module wouldn't be used if I'm driving alone. But if I got some friends here, this is really great to park some cars. And this is just an idea. I think one of these parking lots will be removed and I put a house on it or something else. And I don't do some markings here, but I do the markings on the rest. The other module, and you can see here most of my thoughts were already done, is the training place. This is really high technical, where I put some kind of bridge type, some kind of one moment, I'll be back. I have to Google some English words. So now I have it. Here we have a seesaw, which should be turned. This is an oblique, which can be adjusted. Also here, this is just a wall where you can park on. Here are some gravel stones, and over the bridge I already talked about. I know the place, the space on this module isn't big, so I have the idea to drill some holes into this module so that I can chain the obstacles or use only the seesaw, let off the bridge or something else and it can turn the bridge. For hiding these holes, I think I will get some manholes from the model trains. Here is a corner with some gravel. The gravel will always be loose, so I can put it off. And to this I come later. It's a weight problem and also the space problem. Here this is a bog module where I use some allen mows. You can always see I planned it bigger than it really is. It's only the smaller part. And I do a little surprise in here, which I'll show you later. You can train to go over it with the car. This is a double mountain module. Here you can see that we have the entrances all around. And the idea of the whole thing is coming from here, getting up, driving over one type of bridge, over to the next type of bridge. Here we have a third kind of bridge, going further up, further up, further up to the top. Here should be a tunnel. And you also have the possibility to go up here. This thing will be made out of trash and paper mache. And I think some foam. Here I have the Scrapyard. This is probably, although I don't see, one of the expensive things. There are car racks. The scale of 1/24 is a European scale for the plastic models. So I can get some cars and put the bodies on here, the tires maybe here in the corner. And then I can drive, but one of these cars costs around 20 euros if you don't get anything where some money is put down, because it stays too long in the shop. So if you only see this for cars, we are talking about 100 euros. And if I build up a pyramid here, as I made it here, so I get some crawling action, this might be really expensive. This thing is a sinkhole that will be put really at the end, because all the modules are put in a height of 3 centimeters and this wouldn't work. I can do this as a hill, or for later on, if I do something with different floors. This might be on the 2nd or 3rd floor, so with that I can go down. One moment please, I have to talk to Liz. Looks like a cursed video. Our cockatiel girl Liz is missing her boyfriend Chuck. He's alright in the budgie cage. So let's get back to it. So first things first, I have to build up a hill. If I do a sinkhole, I do the floor system, which might be interesting later. This is a creek solution where I want to work with real water. Let's say it comes down here. Here it goes down and was pumped up to the front again. For these cars, which aren't made waterproofed, the water should only be around 5 or 6 centimeters deep. But this will work really perfect because I have to build up a kind of pool. Okay, here just the idea. Oh yeah, this is really interesting. You know, I'm a German, so I need a place with a little mountain where a beer bar is and a sausage grill. And of course a parking place so that I can climb up. This shouldn't be too easy, but I can park here and have here the resting time. So these are the ideas at the moment. So for the module solution, isn't that it's only just if you drive alone or with some friends. The great thing is that you can put the modules together as you want to. You get always a new track design. So this for example, or let's just say one evening you are only interested in some training, then you use only this training module. And you have always a choose, and you always have the possibility to build up what you want. As I said at the beginning, if you're alone, you probably don't need the parking lot. If you want to go outside with this course, you can do this. This is easy. It's just the modules which are connected by some magnets. But keep in mind on later, and I will talk about this, that the stands which are under here have to be waterproofed. That the base plates are waterproofed. For this I took already care as I bought them. And another advantage of these stands This is what it looks somehow underneath the whole thing. You can always drill with these measurements holes in the wall, add some screws, and hang on these modules. For this, and here's where you can spare some money. If you got some modules with gravel on it and it isn't glued, you put it back in some boxes and can use it for some other modules. So I want to be complete flexible with the system, and I hope you join me on the journey with my crawler course. This is all for the moment. I'm happy if you stayed with me until here. The next time I'm getting to the coupling system. There's a lot to do and some precise work, but we get closer to the modules I'm just building at this time. I don't keep up the directions as they are sketched here. I thank you for watching. If you got some questions, please write it down in the comments. If you leave a like or subscribe to my channel, this will really help me out and make me happy. And see you soon on AC Birds.